Take a look at this story from timcast.com. Biden breaks his 118-day streak of no interviews with appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, jokes about sending Republicans to jail.
Wow.
It's the same thing.
Wow.
It's all projection.
Yep.
But we're at this point now where Joe Biden goes on this primetime show. I think they only get like 1 million to 2 million viewers anyway, so it's not like it. And they're mostly old people.
So you're competitive. That's what
I mean, I think we get more in the key demo than they
yeah.
do. But he goes on this show, and it's funny to him to say you got to send the Republicans to jail. But everyone laughs and they cheer for it. We're beyond the point where there's negotiation. Right now, I'm looking at some of these other prominent leftists on YouTube, and they're all like, January 6th hearing, blah! And they don't know or care about what really happened.
No.
I'll give you a good example because I love bringing it up. When I said on this show, when it comes to trespassing charges, a person has to have been warned for it to be criminal.
Right.
The people on January 6th who were let in the building by police could not have known because it's a public building and the cops opened the door and let them in. Now, the rioters, the people who fought with cops on the other side of the building, yeah,
Right.
they're going to get arrested. They're going to be charged. They were fighting. It was violent. But we're going to see a lot of people who fight it, and they're going to say, I wasn't trespassing, the door was open. We've already seen it happen. The Young Turks run a story saying, I'm an idiot. I'm making it up. They conflate what really happened that day between the different sides of the building with all just rioting. And it turns out I was right the whole time. But those are the kind of people who are going to watch Jimmy Kimmel and are going to cheer for this. And there's no negotiating with them. Because I can say to them, they can watch my video where I say specifically, the rioters should be charged. And the people on the other side of the building who are let in by cops, you can't charge or it's going to be difficult. And they should be able to see like, they should be able to respond very simply with like, okay, those are fact statements. Instead, they just say, we don't care. We want to go to war with you. We want to hate you. So I don't see how there's reconciliation. I don't see how there's a resolution. If we can, it's almost like looking into a portal into a parallel universe, watching this interview with Joe Biden and Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's like, the Republicans don't play by the rules. You know, he's like, well, if we play like them, then our democracy's in jeopardy. And I'm like, what are the Republicans doing?
Right.
Literally, what have they done? Have they passed bills? No, they're in the minority. So what are they doing that is breaking the rules? They're not doing anything. But Joe Biden go on TV and they all believe it. Yeah, I think watching that, it's like, you know, Scott Adams talks about one screen, two movies playing at the same time. We're all seeing something different.
Right.
I think if you know the truth, you're not on the left. If you believe the lies, you're on the left. That's what happens.
Well, you mentioned Trump saying that Hillary would be in jail and compared the two. Part of what's different about this is Biden is referring much more vaguely to Republicans, and certainly he's referring to Republican political leaders. I think we can infer that. But Donald Trump was talking about a specific political leader who is viewed by the vast majority of the public as being
over
corrupt.
50 friends commit
But who
suicide.
committed a specific crime
and it
in
committed
deleting
a specific crime.
Public
Exactly,
records.
exactly.
Oh yeah, I mean, because look, I was in the military, and having the clearance that I had, if you just left a document or a folder on the table that said top secret, if you leave that in there empty and you leave the room, you can be charged.
Oh, for sure.
It's an empty folder.
Oh, but it was just yoga emails, right? That's what she said.
Look, we all smash our phone with a hammer every now and again.
That's true, yeah.
Well, you know, when you know, you work for the government, you're supposed to take a hammer to your phone so that it's the craziest thing they did, but they did it.
Right. And
That's
I heard people
amazing.
say, well, maybe she didn't take, because there's courses that you have to take on what
It
you
was
have to
her
do.
staff.
Right. So they're like, well, maybe she didn't take the course, and likely she didn't, but it doesn't mean that you're not culpable for violating law.
Yeah, well, I
you
thought
had the
ignorance
clearance.
is not an excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
She should be, according to the law, disqualified from holding office for destroying public record.
Yep.
Now, it's never going to happen.
I mean, she's disqualified because people aren't going to vote for her.
Right, that's true.
Pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.